Why Trump accounts? The real question is why not? According to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, 32% of adults in America don't own stock, not one share, or a mutual fund. And this is one of the great reasons for the Trump accounts to jumpstart the American dream, fusing Wall Street with Main Street so they can grow together. The 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of American Independence, focusing on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's interesting to know that happiness was also known at the time as the pursuit of property, according to the Treasury Secretary. Liberty and free markets support creativity, innovation, dignity, and human flourishing. The new Trump accounts provide equality of opportunity, helping Americans help themselves, especially young Americans, on a connection to the American dream. The accounts help close the child wealth gap that we've covered on this YouTube channel, What's Next with Money, and we'll have a link. The Trump accounts allow young Americans to become shareholders in America and to tap into the snowball effect that Warren Buffett talks about, compound interest and compound returns. And here's a picture of me with Warren Buffett at one of his annual shareholder meetings that was not AI generated, but it was generated by another means. Now, these Trump accounts can begin at age 0. And with them, we receive the power of time plus economic growth and ownership, fueling prosperity in the long run, the way Warren Buffett has fueled his portfolios over the many years. The accounts themselves will be invested in S&P 500 index funds. That'll be the default automatic investment. But later, similar index funds will provide additional choice, and those will be added in future months and years. Those young people who hold them can see how American companies work and capitalism work, even with the global reach of multinational companies. Now, in the statute, under the Trump accounts, the index funds were for American companies, but many of us know that great American companies, many of them, have a global footprint. So we'll get a sense of the global economy. The young people can check that out. And families can sign up now at trumpaccounts.gov. And there's a special app built by professionals with Airbnb, Robinhood, and the Bank of New York to allow young account owners, their parents, grandparents, and other community philanthropists to help jumpstart this experience. Plus, you'll be able on the app to track account growth, changes, and learn about financial literacy. Back in the George W. Bush administration, they talked about an ownership economy. Today, the Trump administration is creating a broad-based shareholder society, redefining, in Secretary Bessent's words, the social contract, allowing private ownership and compound growth, opening financial market opportunities with small amounts of money to more Americans through direct investing across a wide swath of the American economy. Now, I've been in this financial education world for a while, even helping Sesame Street and Elmo bring financial literacy to young Americans. I've also worked in public policy on savings, investing, and created a variety of closing the wealth gap videos among the over 100 videos on this What's Next with Money YouTube channel. Now, many of our viewers know there have been previous attempts to pass and fund youth accounts through baby bonds, child savings accounts, Roth at birth, plus variations on the very popular and very effective 529 accounts. And by the way, let me throw a little plug for 529 accounts. They can work in great harmony with Trump accounts. And for example, a 529 account, if money is left over after many years, let's say 15 years in that account, you might say, what do I do with it? I don't need to do additional education or fund it. $35,000 of that unused 529 money under a new congressional law can be transferred to that account holder or the child's Roth IRA. Fantastic. Again, education funding interacting with the IRA retirement area. But America's Trump accounts are different than 529s because of their scale, jumpstarting with a $1,000 real money deposit. If your child is born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028, the U.S. Treasury will deposit a one-time $1,000 grant directly into their account to get them started. But even if you have a child born outside that 4-year block of dates and they're under 18, the open, creative design of the Trump accounts allow all types of financial participation from even places like state governments, philanthropy, community, grandparents, parents, and even the optional savings and work earnings of young people. It's simple. The IRS has already plugged into the Trump accounts at Form 4547, plus the app and the ability to register for Trump accounts now. Over 6 million Americans have already done so, jumping way ahead of the July 5th, 2026 launch date. So go to trumpaccounts.gov to activate and learn more. Trump accounts lock in a long-term point of view for savings and investing and the power of compound growth. These accounts may become one of the best gifts a family can give a child, and they and others will be able to add money through the app on their phone. The highest amount a Trump account holder can receive annually is $5,000, but many employers are now stepping up to match the accounts for their employees' children. Like my friends at a company I've owned nearly since the stock went public, Chipotle. They're helping out as well. Trump accounts are one of the most capital efficient forms of philanthropy. There's no overhead, no middlemen, and administrative expenses are covered. The Treasury Secretary says this is philanthropy at scale, giving private ownership from birth to American children. The account rules encourage local philanthropies to help, and state governments are allowed to innovate and support as part of their role as laboratories of democracy. You could say Trump accounts are part of the triumph of capitalism over socialism, to unleash human flourishing and illustrate how capitalism over the last few decades has driven down global poverty by a big measure. Now, these accounts democratize and expand private ownership. Everyone can be an owner, not just an earner. Think of that. Everyone can be an owner, not just an earner. It changes our mindset by beginning a life journey of investing. Later, a national personal finance index is envisioned to be part of this program. So think about it. From the kitchen table, a lifetime of financial learning begins. There, families can review accounts together on the app or website. Siblings can compare what's happening with their account growth and company holdings, observing how different indexes perform, seeing how account balances in the stock market respond to market volatility, stress, and additional contributions for growth. And yes, even the times of market euphoria and exuberance. Young people can watch in real time how that $1,000 of starter capital can grow and how the many innovative ways of matching and adding to it can happen. Because the accounts are locked till age 18 when they transform into a regular IRA that the young adult owns, it is a true experiment to see how this works over the long run. Think about this. Observing money is like watching it in a Trump account in a fishbowl. You can add to it, you can watch it, but not touch it for a period of years, thus reinforcing and experiencing the concept of delayed gratification. Trump accounts are likely the greatest financial education teaching tool ever. Real money tied to real long-term investing, all observable until age 18. The power of compounding will be astounding for future education, homeownership, retirement, and multi-generational wealth. Watch growth and your future happen. Go to trumpaccounts.gov and also check out our other videos on Trump accounts here at whatsnextwithmoney.com and hit that subscribe button.